What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Friends Play Sonic Unleashed Part 16. We are here in Jungle Joyride Act 1 during the day stage, and you can see I've already did this stage. I previously recorded this Part 16, but the file became corrupted at the end so bad that I couldn't use it. It was about 15 minutes of unusable audio and sound quality, and I just couldn't use it, so I decided to go ahead and try. Crap! Yeah, this is not the right way to do this. I'll let you know that right now. But so I'm gonna have to redo it. I won't be able to show off everything like I did a few souvenirs that I will at least talk about what Professor Pickle told me. I will go along a few different paths here. I didn't go along this path. I went beside the right path, and if you go along the right path, you do not gain any medals, and it's a lot safer going along the right side, and I guess I can head to the right side now. But it is definitely a lot faster and a lot safer, so if you are trying to go after the S rank, I definitely suggest going after the side. You do not gain any kind of collectible at all whatsoever if you do go along the sides, so, you know, travel at your own risk, I guess you could say. So here's the area where I believe I fell off just a moment ago. Okay, here it is. But anyway, so this is but I will try to show off as much as I did. I didn't do too much. I did do the boss for this area, because if you remember at the end of part 15, I had to collect 120 sun medals, which I did, to be able to unlock this, and that's that's how I unlocked this. And we had to get a Gaia key here. I don't remember if I had mentioned that in part 15 or not, but that was the purpose of okay, that was the purpose of coming to this level, to get the Gaia key so that we could unlock the temple. I will not be able to show the unlocking of the temple. However, I did miss that, or I did do that, you know, not thinking that it would mess up the audio, or the video would mess up. But I did buy the... Ouch. You do want to be careful here. You cannot duck underneath them. You can only wait for them to pass, which, you know, isn't that difficult to wait. You know, it's just waiting. You can actually time it so that you do not have to wait through that section. But anyway, I do have the videotapes, and as soon as I can find the TV, I will be able to show those off, you know, no problem. So you can see this is pretty much the level design for here in Jungle Joyride is definitely a lot more difficult than any other level that we've played so far. The only thing that I could say that would come close to the difficulty here would be Empire City. You definitely want to be careful while here around on the water. There are islands that you can jump on, and that is where you will actually be able to slow yourself down enough so that you can regain your regain your bearings. I don't believe you will actually. Okay, so I guess you will die if these pillars do crumble on you. I didn't practice for this going into my previous recording of this level, and I didn't get crushed by those pillars, so I wasn't sure whether or not they would actually kill you. But you can see, as I was talking about these islands, you definitely want to practice as much as possible on the islands, and always head for the islands, just to to make sure that you can regain your bearings, as I said. And to also look around for a lot of medals and everything. That's where a large portion of your medals and collectibles will be are on these islands. So, you know, the more islands that you take your time and collect, or that you take your time and look around on, the better off you'll be. But remember, though, that you do not want to group the S rank and the medals together. That is, you know, that's not a very good idea, because you will lose time and you won't be able to gain your S rank as easily. Now, that arrow chaser does a spinning punch that you have to always be using your sonic boost, because if you let off your sonic boost at all, he will do that swinging punch at you, and you will get hurt, you know, and you will die. Now, if you can line this up a little bit better than what I did, that section will definitely be no problem for you. Taking it slow through here, except for on the water, definitely will help. Using the light speed dash will definitely help you out a lot more, because not only will it slow you down from using the Sonic Boost, but it will also have you right yourself, and you'll be able to go along the right path instead of just, you know, go off onto the edge of the path and die. Now, if you heard, I did that was a moon medal that I collected. I had already collected it my first run through here, so you know there was nothing to be gained from collecting it again. But it is along the path, and you shouldn't miss it. That one sun medal, though, I didn't get last time, so I'm glad I was able to show that off. But anyway, but yes, the difficulty for this level is the most difficult level that we have well, daytime stage in here that we have faced so far. You do want to be careful. Those are those rotating springs that have the spikes on the bottom of them. So you definitely want to practice, take your time. You can see those the water jets there. They will throw you off the side, and they will kill you. Yeah, so you definitely want to be careful for that. Well, there goes my D, or there goes my S rank. I didn't die until the end of the stage last time, so I'm surprised I'm actually doing this bad. Oh crap! Oh well. I believe it would have just sent me up here to where I'm about to run anyway, and I wouldn't have gained any outside of just time. I wouldn't have gained any big bonus from getting that. You know, you can see the rainbow rings or hoops, whichever you want to call them. Crap. Definitely do help you out. They do give you 1,000 points per ring that you go through. And so you definitely want to try to go after those every time you see one. You know, you don't want to go out of your way to try to go after them. There is no point in doing that. But, oh crap, if you can, always try to go after them, you know, whenever possible. But also going after enemies, you know, those will definitely help you out a lot more than the rainbow rings will. Now be careful here, because you will get caught. Well, I'll just back up, and you will get caught when that thing tries to come and crush you, so you do want to go through that section pretty fast. Now, this was the section that I died at, and I had the most trouble on. I died about 3 or 4 times in a row, and this is where I died in this section. And I will point out where the problems that I'm having. I didn't have any trouble through here. I did get caught out the first time I went through there, but just remember to, you know, you played enough times, you will see that see the area where you have to jump out on, and you will be able to easily get it. You know, shouldn't have any problems. The problem with that section where I just died at, you have to take your time while trying to go through there. You know, that's not something that you have come accustomed to in the Sonic series. So you definitely, it's something to get used to. You know, it will throw you for a loop the first time you go through there, but you know, just take it easy. Be careful, and you shouldn't have any trouble. And obviously, you do not want to die this late into the stage. We are coming up on the end here. We don't have that much farther to go, so you definitely want to be very careful. You can see the common platforms falling out from underneath you, as as a lot of platforming games have, and this is definitely an action platformer, is what the Sonic series. Well, the Sonic series as a whole has been a platformer, but with the 3D games has turned into action adventure platforming, and that's so if you're not good with these types of levels, you know, this level will definitely give you a lot of trouble. So you definitely just want to be careful, take it easy, and remember to use the boost whenever you can. And there is, or not the boost. I mean the stomping move whenever possible. That can get rid of enemy shields pretty quickly. You can also use it to crush enemies as well. And you have to just knock out all of the enemies in this little area here, and you will put the flames out. Now there is a golden arrow cannon there that I just killed. That is actually the first time since Sonic Heroes we have seen a golden variation of a robot. They didn't have them in Sonic Shadow the Hedgehog or Sonic the Hedgehog 06, 2006, whichever you want to call it. Not too good. I didn't collect any moon medals this run, but I did collect one sun medal, which is, I guess, okay. I don't need any more sun medals, but, you know, it's whatever. So, I'll put some more into ring energy. We can definitely use a little bit more ring energy, but the golden variations of robots, we don't see them too often. You don't see too many of these golden robots through here all that much, other than just this one arrow, that one golden arrow chaser, and this will actually be the only time that we see a golden variation of a robot, is just that one golden arrow chaser. Now you see here, what you want to do is you want to line it up to that line of rings out there. Use the oh crap. You want to use the sonic boost to get across here. Alternatively, you can wait till night and then use this pole to get across here, but I find it a lot easier just to use the sonic boost. You don't gotta hold it for that long, and you don't have to do too much work with it to actually make it do what you want to. So you can see here I got all the medals, and I've got it in 217. And to get the S rank, you have to get over, or you just have to get 100,000 points to be able to get the S rank in the bosses. Just like with trying to get the daytime levels, 150,000. With all bosses in all daytime bosses, you just need to get 100,000. So this is the boss. During the boss fight is when the video messed up and started going bad. I'm not gonna be. I will hope to show off every medal location. I kind of stumbled upon the last two that I needed. If you notice, there was a sun medal there. In the middle, there is a moon medal here. If you can see it, I don't know, just to the left of that line of rings. There is a moon medal in the center here. You go down a little bit farther and you'll be able to get to it. Now, you do not want to jump while on the side of the wall here. You do want to use the sonic boost to ram into him and be able to kill him like that. If you do jump, you will fall. So you do not want to. I obviously do not want to jump. There is a sun medal here in the middle. I'm not sure. It may act like level or Act 2 stages in daytime stages, and the medals appear as you go along. Now you can, and there was a moon medal there as well. But as you can see, there are quick time sections in here that you have to make sure that you do not fall and die on. So you definitely want to be careful while attempting to go through here. We already collected, so we should have 2 moon medals now, which should have been all the moon medals that we needed. You don't want to waste too much ring energy like I'm doing. And for here, you have to use the quick step. If you do have a little bit of trouble, it is kind of hard to see where Sonic is. That was the secondary sun medal that I was talking about. But to be able to use Sonic through there, because you really cannot see him all that well, especially up against the lasers, you can tilt your head to the side, and then you'll be able to easily. Ouch, crap. The moon medal is right in front of that flame there. Out right in front of one of those flaming areas, and I missed my chance to be able to kill him in 2 passes. Well, I believe I can kill him still in 2 passes. This is what you need to do to be able to get the S rank here: is kill him in 2 passes. If you mess up any of these quick time events, you will die on the spot immediately. So you definitely want to be very careful while going through here, and you do not want to waste your ring energy at all, all that much. There we go. Okay. And second quicker. All right, that's pretty nice. So I believe I showed off every location, or at least I hope I did. Well, I didn't gain in rings. I definitely collected a lot more rings and definitely had a lot more total score, but yeah, I know I didn't show off the medal locations all that well, but most of them are in the middle or on the side. You shouldn't. Oh, don't tell me it's messing up.
You have got to be kidding me.
What's wrong, buddy? Huh? not what I mean. That's not... Never mind. I'm fine. Let's go. I welcome your return. Messenger of day, of light, of rebirth.
If you notice, this little orb of light actually sounds like Chip, and I'll get into more. Well, I won't spoil, why that is and everything. You'll find out in the next cutscene, but not a lot of people will catch that right off the bat, so I just figured I'd point it out.
Sonic, I remember now. All of it. My real name is Light Gaia. I draw power from the day and light and guide the planet to its rebirth. My job was to protect the planet from Dark Gaia. But Eggman broke the world apart himself, and Dark Gaia and I were awakened before we should have been. That's why Dark Gaia broke apart, and I didn't know who I was. I didn't remember what I was supposed to do. All because this isn't the proper time of awakening. Time of awakening? Dark Gaia grows over millions of years, then rises to destroy the world. And I put it all back together. We've been doing this over and over, again and again, since the very beginning of time. So you were asleep all this time? For millions of years? Yes, for ages and ages.
If you notice, the fur on Sonic's arm isn't that detailed as it was in the first cutscene at the beginning of the game.
It's thanks to you. Even at night when I'm like this, I'm still myself, not like all the other people we've seen. You must have been protecting me this whole time. I haven't done anything, Sonic. You're the reason you haven't changed at all. You're too strong to lose yourself. I'm the reason? Yeah, you never doubt yourself, no matter what. You never give in to the night or the darkness inside your heart. I think it's because I knew that about you. That's why I wanted you to help me. It's been so fun, getting to see the world. I've lived here since the planet began, but I didn't know a thing about it. That it's so pretty, or that food tastes so good, or that people are so nice. I'm so glad I got the chance to discover all that with you, and I'm so glad that you helped me find my memory. Sonic, I will never, ever forget you. Thank you, Sonic. Goodbye, friend.
Alright, so here we are outside of the entrance stage, having beat the boss and realizing that Chip is indeed Light Gaia, a Dark Gaia's counterpart. When I previously recorded part 16, I bought a souvenir, I believe it was an Anji statue from the salesman here, as well as, I believe, a few videotape or a few art records, Adabat Day and Night, you know, the Hub World Day and Night themes. And then I proceeded to Shamar, which I'm doing now, because we're supposed to go to Shamar anyway to figure out where we're supposed to go next. And I won't be able to show the souvenirs being bought and given to the professor, but I will be able to show off you know, well, I guess the only thing I'll be able to show off pretty much is just what he said. Well, no. Where we're supposed to go and what we're supposed to do next. If this doesn't mess up the... if this doesn't mess anything up, I may be able to actually take a look at what he said. Let's see if I can actually do this. Let's see. I'm doing pretty good for not actually looking at the screen. I think anyway. I'm probably not doing that all that swell. I'm running into several things. Let's see. Alright, so I got it about the right location. I will talk to the professor. Seems to be dropping frames a little bit, but I don't guess it's too bad. At least I hope it isn't. I seem to went the same way previously before as well. So anyway, so I'll see if I can't get it at just the right point. I'll talk to the professor. I don't know if he'll actually say the same thing if he doesn't. Alright, so you can see I did buy I have bought the stereo system before, and this TV here, it should have already popped up before. Alright, so, let me see if I can get it right. Okay, so what he says is, I've been waiting for you, my boy. The restoration of that piece made the location of the last temple clear, which was Adabat's piece of the planet. Now then, my friends, time to ride Tails' tornado to the scene. Just say the word to young Tails there when you're all set. Well then, okay, so now I gave him the souvenirs, I'll see if I can actually talk to him. Oh, okay, I'll be able to. The restoration of that piece of the planet, okay, I guess I already read all this. So, let's see. I'll be able to show off the souvenirs that I gave him. I actually had several from Missouri, everything from Missouri that I gave him. I gave him the replica of the well, let me see, what did I actually give him? The photo frame, the miniature flag, the earth-worn pot, the equine carving, and the Anji statue here. Let's see, where's the Anji statue? I believe this was actually it. Let me see if this is the Anji, yeah, the Anji statue. This is what I gave him for the from Adabat. I believe that's not the last thing you see. There is one more piece that we can actually obtain from Adabat, but I'll go into more detail later. So what he said for the photo frame was, let me see. Care to hear a trick for scoring high marks on nighttime stages, my boy? It's quite fun destroying everything. Ho ho, foes, objects, whatever. Use that brawn of yours to wreak some havoc, eh? I knew you'd like that. And actually, that's not a very good strategy to use. You know, breaking the boxes and the pots actually doesn't gain you all that much score. You know, I've talked about it a whole lot. All you have to do is just use... don't worry about this. all you have to do is, I'll just see if I have any. Yeah, I didn't think I had any. I'll just back out. Just to try to make sure you go after the critical attacks as soon as possible, as much as possible, and just try to destroy as many enemies as possible, especially bigger enemies. But okay, so what he said for the photo frame is: remember the platform at Savannah Citadel by night that moved on a dial. Take a good look. Take a good long look at the area beside it. There should be a handy shortcut there for you. I'd almost forgotten. I have a small gift. And then he gave me a moon medal. Then for the Earthworn pot, I recommend retrying the day stage of Missouri after learning the wall jump. That jumping skill will be your ticket to a new hidden path, my boy, as well as possibly, I haven't taken that path yet, but I'm sure it will give me, or give anybody that goes along that path, possibly 1 or 2 medals, as well as a few collectibles, such as art books, records, or videotapes. So for the equine statue, which is the zebra statue, let me see this is when the video started messing up, so I'm not going to be able to show off. Okay, he says, so you've gotten pretty familiar with the sonic boost. For longer boosts, keep the button held. Okay. He says, you use more ring energy as soon as you use the boost for the first time. The longer you hold the boost down, you'll gain more boost. It'll eat less. Well, the way he says it is, for longer boosts, keep the button held down for more boost for your buck. Which just, simply means the longer you hold it, the less energy it'll take, and you'll be able to go farther with it. So this is when he gave me another flash for the camera, and for the Anji statue. Once you reach the shore in Atabat Decor, seek out the triplets. They're a set of 3 statues found on one of the islands there. Find them, and I'm sure you'll uncover a pleasant surprise. Ho ho. I almost forgot I have a small gift for you, my boy. I believe it was a sun medal. The video kind of messes up really bad there, so I'm not 100% sure what it was exactly, and my frame seemed to have dropped a little bit there, but either way. So anyways, this is where I ended the video. Hopefully this doesn't turn out all that bad, and I did the best I could with what I had. The islands, I'm not sure. I didn't mess around the islands too much. I just did what I could here and there with the islands. I didn't do as good on this run as I did in the previous run, but the islands are more for, if you want to take your time looking around for all the collectibles. But anyway, so thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is how many times did I go over water in Atabat. Thank you for watching. Until next time.